Malik Nabers just had his first game where he actually got to see some action with Daniel Jones, and he made 3 insanely nasty catches. And in this video, I kind of wanted to quickly break down the film and show you guys exactly what we saw from Malik Nabers. Now, keep in mind, we don't have the all 22 coaches film. That should be out tomorrow. If you guys want a part 2 to this video and go even more in depth with Daniel Jones and Malik Nabers, comment down below part 2. And with that being said, let's kind of dive into the video and break down a little bit of Malik Nabers' first game action with the starting quarterback. Now, I'm going to take myself off the screen here. I want to start off by showing this play. So real quickly, let's actually break it down here. So we're going to get a little bit of play action. You're going to see Malik Nabers come over here. He's going to start fighting inside. He's going to head tilt and then bang, get to the outside here. This little head movement does so much when going up against the DB. Boom, right? He's going to flash that head right, go left. Daniel Jones is going to fire in a bullet. He's going to adjust, right? Not the greatest pass in the world. Kind of has to jump back for it, right? But it's still put up where the wide receiver can catch it. Want to see this led a little bit more out here to give him the potential to actually turn up the field, right? You want to lead him this way to potentially turn up the field. Either way, an unbelievable grab here by Malik Nabers, holds it through contact as well. This is a big time catch, right? Not only do you have to jump up in the air, get to a catch radius, catch at that point, but then come down with it with the hand in your face as well. I mean, the DB is literally all over. You see one arm like literally up here in the catch radius of Malik Nabers, but he still brings it down. This is one of my favorite plays early on from this game, but man, I mean, he had a couple of them that were nasty. I really want to point out that this little head tilt to the right for just a quick second, boom, right, plants that foot in, great route, beautiful grab, beautiful way to keep that in bounds here. Let's break down the next one. All right, I think this one we really have to give credit to Daniel Jones, an unbelievable pass, but the first thing we notice is you have 2 deep safeties back here, right? Now, whenever you have that, and then plus you have your fade here by, or go route by Malik Nabers, the one thing you want to do is kind of manipulate these safeties from going this way, right? You want this safety as far away as possible from Malik Nabers, and that's exactly why he is going to look over the middle of the field initially. He is going to turn his head slightly to this little route by the tight end, which kind of keeps this safety honest, doesn't really make any too big movements. Now, I do want to point out, if Daniel Jones, his first reaction, instead of looking to the middle or looking here, if he just looked at Malik Nabers the entire time, I can guarantee you the safety would already be about right here at this point in time. So yes, it does make a massive difference. Good job by Daniel Jones, knowing you have this one-on-one here, keeping the safety around that hash mark, turns his head last second and throws it up there, right? Now, this one is not a lob. It's not a touch pass. This is a bullet, right? Amazing grab here by, our guy, Malik Nabers. I mean, look at this adjustment. Again, I love this pass because it's pretty good defense here alongside the bottom here. I believe it's Derek Stingley coverage. It might not be, though, but it's very sticky coverage, right? The one thing we noticed is the DB's back is completely turned. Now, we saw a ball like this from Tanner McKee for the Eagles-Patriots game. You have to throw this kind of back, right? You have to throw this back shoulder. You have to make sure your receiver is able to readjust to the ball without even the DB knowing. So this is an extremely difficult pass to make, but he notices the DB's back is turned this whole way down the field and puts it on a beautiful spot. Let's watch this one more time here. Beautiful. And then look at that extension by Malik Nabers, guys. This is going to be a stud in the NFL. You can already tell he has the making of a day one starter from here on out, man. You can kind of tell. Drags them feet in bounds as well. Let me watch that again. Boom. See that toe drag? You see how that right foot comes flashing down here? That's, again, love to see that right there, man. Really, really emphasizing getting that foot in bounds here. It was 2nd and 4, 36 seconds before halftime. Helped them drive down the field and get some points before half. But That was an amazing throw. I kind of watched from this angle here. Drops back, right? Pressure is coming up the middle. You can see slightly here from 93. Got to get that ball out. Look at this ball, man. That is a beautiful, beautiful throw. It's actually not Derek Stingley. That's 17. That is Chris Boyd, potentially. And really good coverage by Chris Boyd. I will give him that. Really good coverage. Just didn't turn around. Malik Nabers makes one hell of a catch. Guys, real quickly, before we get back into another play here, do me a big favor, hit the like button, but more importantly, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's free. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, and we will be covering the Giants throughout the remainder of the offseason, every single preseason game, breaking down film. And don't worry, once the all 22 coaches film does drop, we're going to have so much more in-depth videos, so much more to talk about, so many different different camera angles. So stay tuned, join the family if you haven't already done so. Comment down below who I should break down next for the Giants. And also, if you want to watch the next Giants game with me on stream and kind of watch Malik Nabers, make sure you follow my Twitch. Link will be in the description. But let's get back into the video. Alright, here's another one that I quickly wanted to break down. All we're going to see from Malik Nabers here is a little bit of a stutter. Go, get outside, kind of beat your man. We're going to notice very, very quickly here. Right here, after that stutter, we're going to see the hips kind of open up here for Derek Stingley. He's now trying to overcommit to the inside. So, boom, that allows Malik Nabers to kind of open up to the outside. Boom, get that leverage to the outside. The ball is thrown perfectly over the head, right? A little bit of contact there by Derek Stingley. Gets it with one arm, man, or one hand. Great grab here, but just a beautiful route by Malik Nabers, being patient, but then knowing when to make that burst to the outside. Once those hips open up, once he starts to shuffle his feet just a little slower, boom, get that cut up the field. Another beautiful play by Malik Nabers. And, today I felt like Malik Nabers had an unbelievable game. Although he didn't play in an insane amount of time, he did get a lot of experience with a guy like Daniel Jones, which is exactly what they need overall in this game. Did catch 4 passes for 54 yards, and I just thought he had an incredible showing, and I think he's going to continue to make a name for himself as time goes on. Let me know in the comments down below who impressed you the most in this game. To me, what was interesting was Eric Gray got a lot of third down snaps. I thought they would run a lot more of some of the other backs, but Eric Gray looks like he might even be solidified in that RB2 role after last game. Had a couple of big-time runs, a couple of big-time touchdowns. But man, let me know who's impressed you the most. I thought Daniel Jones, outside those first 2 throws, or the first couple of throws, the 2 picks, the pick 6, and then the Derek Stingley pick. You also had one that also on a hitch from Malik Nabers. That one could have been intercepted as well. Outside of those 3 passes, I thought Daniel Jones actually had some really good balls in this game. But again, just need to see him have a little bit more consistency going forward. Actually, guys, really quickly, before we break down the last play, go check out Underdog Fantasy. If you guys like winning money, they have so many different props that you can do for every single game, whether it be preseason, regular season. They have MLB, they have WNBA, MMA, FIFA, soccer, tennis. They have so many different things you can bet on. And like Logan Woodside over yards, Caleb Williams over yards. Let's go Khalil Herbert lower, Jermaine Burton higher, Chase Brown lower. You could put $5 to win 79. I know you guys can't see it. So guys, go sign up, use my promo code. You can do pretty much anything from fantasy drafts to higher, lower to anything else, right? So go check out Underdog Fantasy. Link will be in the description. If you sign up, not only will they match your first deposit up to a certain extent, but also they're going to give you a free square. What that means is basically for week 1, they'll give you Deshaun Watson over half a yard. The freest money you'll ever win. Go check it out real quickly. And